reporting the facts, reporting what's going on, reporting what has been done is unfortunately a form of activism in the ongoing world, not just in Turkey, when we're living in the post-truth era. Well, the issue on the problem, the lack of the press freedom in Turkey is not a very recent issue. It's not even started like 20 or 30 years ago. It has been going on for ages, actually. It's very aligned with the foundation of the Turkish Republic. We have seen like 100 years ago, this pressure was against the newspapers when there was a massacre against the Kurds in 1938. We have seen this in the 1940s and 50s with the socialists when there was a big witch hunt against the socialist movement in Turkey. We have seen in 90s when it comes to socialist and Kurdish newspapers, they have been imprisoned, they have been tortured to death, they have been forced kidnapped and lost under custody. And now we have seen as well. But what's the difference right now is that we have what I call the democratization of the oppression against the newspapers, because journalists. Because right now, anyone who is in who has a dissident voice are subjected to this pressure. And that's why, actually, because of this history, I can say that every journalist who is a very new in their career, they have been known, they are very aware that they will be punished, they can be sentenced, they can be pressured or abused in somehow when they are doing their work. Well, I don't want to be labeled as courageous or brave or etc. But there's a fact in Turkey. If you work on human rights, if you work on conflicted issues, if you work on a dissident side about the ongoings or the history in Turkey, it's not a big surprise that you can face challenges, you can face pressure or the what we call judiciary oppression, judiciary abuse against you. So I can say, I was very lucky when I was publishing those stuff. My outlet was very supporting me. And even I was persecuted after I left the outlet, and they still continue to support me. But it's not an option most of the times in Turkey as well for the other journalists. And there's this one point, but when you're reporting or working on the site, you have to have a sort of an activism in your blood that you can continue your work. And I don't want to fancy it about saying that it's an activism, but it's a sort of activism. It's a sort of human rights activism, because reporting the facts, reporting what's going on, reporting what has been done is unfortunately a form of activism in the ongoing world, not just in Turkey, when we're living in a post-truth era. Right now, I can say there's not a very big division between the male journalists and female journalists when they're doing their work when it comes to oppression, but still there is a lot of differentiating in the forms of the oppression or abuse, etc. Because there have been a lot of surveys has been done through the journalists, and when it comes to being a woman, there are a lot of on the stake. It's not just because that you're a journalist, but you're also the caregiver of your family most of the time. If you're in a family, if you're married, if you have a child, then the stakes got higher. For example, I remember a story when it comes to doxing through the journalists in Turkey. Yes, male journalists can be doxed as well. Male journalists can be trailed by abusers, attackers, etc. But when it comes to the women, then you will face rape threats. Yeah, besides the death threats, you face the threats to your child. Not usually when you're male, but when you are a woman, because of the whole gender, all the patriarchal prejudices, you're supposed to have a child, you're supposed to have a mother, and they are trying to hit you with your motherhood. So I think the division between the level change when it comes to the female journalists It's not because of the journalism by itself, or the the dissident work that you do, or dissident voices you have raised, but it's because of the whole patriarchy.